But alright, guys. Hopefully it's working. It's not going to freaking tweak out on me. I'm actually checking it right now, actually, just to make sure. It just gave me like a few modifications. Oh, it wasn't working or some crap like that. And I don't want this stream to be a complete waste of a freaking hour because it's going to take a while. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that it's working fine. Checking that right now. Alright. We are straight. So guys, it's your boy Simi back in again with a brand new live stream. And today we are going to be reacting to 3 husbands join forces to reward wives who have been cheating for 4 years on girls' nights. Now, I didn't watch any of the videos. I didn't watch any of them, but I did want to do a huge video because I always wanted to get into this type of content. I was actually even thinking of making a whole new channel for this type of content. But for the most part, I just want to do it on here just kind of as a test drive to see, like, basically how far can I take it on my channel before people just start saying, like, oh, wait, you have your gaming stuff and your reaction stuff at the same time, but, like, all of that. I'm thinking of just making a whole new, like, channel for, like, reaction and stuff like that, but for the most part, this is what it is, and I've been wanting to do this because I always wanted to do something like this. Never really had the time or never really had the energy because, you know, I have a whole different style of content I do. Which, no, I'm not changing up from gaming. Gaming is always going to be my top #1 priority. It's just I always want to do reaction videos as well, but never really find the time or energy or pretty much the drive to do it. But now that I've seen this video, and there's actually a series to this, there's 4 parts in total, as you guys could see, or as y'all just saw because of my little setup craps. There are 4 parts to the series. Today we're going to do part 1 and part 2. Another time we're going to do part 2. I'm thinking like next week, Monday as well. Or probably like anytime I get free, I'll just do part 3 and part 4 because I probably will have a lot of time. But let's just hop into it because I'm excited to see this video. And it just said for it's going to be more of a, well, let's just watch it. You know what I'm saying? Don't mind the activate Windows thing. You don't need to worry about it. Oh yeah, by the way, huge shout out to Strong Successful Male because they're one of the ones who provided this video. I will have all 4 videos linked in the description after the live stream is done. So make sure to go check it out if y'all want to not see my reaction and you just want to see the video in and of itself. I highly suggest this video because I'm reacting to it. This is my first time, by the way. But if it's good, then I want y'all to be able to lie.
Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male.
Alright.
So for today, I have the story for you. This is an email that was sent from a subscriber who is 33 years old.
Okay.
And shares his story how recently, not only he, but as his 2 other friends discovered that all their wives are cheating on them.
Now, before we even get into the video, bro, all I gotta say is this. Once you become a married person without your partner, that's a huge red flag to me. Like, I know people are gonna say, oh, but we have our own friend groups and all that stuff. When you become married, I'm someone who believes that when you become married, at least in a biblical way, you two become one singular person. All of their friends are your friends. All of your friends are their friends. And y'all should all be able to just hang out like as a group, if not, then not at all. Like, yeah, sometimes from time to time, but even then, like, your partner, like, has to be, like, aware of what's everything that's going on. Because I said for, at the end of the day, I feel like when you get married, you're basically saying, I am this person and this person is me, you know? But, yeah.
Yep, and going on for some time. You're going to see this guy in the story. He's been married for 11 years, got married ridiculously early.
This is what I'm going to say is now. Don't get married in 2023. Ever since 2019, y'all should have never got married, and it's that for just please. I'm doing this for your own safety because I already know the divorce rates are going down anyways. For your safety and for basically your mental and financial well-being, do not get married in 2023.
And clearly didn't get to know his wife before he obviously said I do. And you're going to see how this whole thing unravels because all the wives get together and do girls' nights every Friday night. And as you can imagine, a lot of spicy activities was taking place at these bars and clubs that they frequent.
See, this is
a lot of things that I'm not going to describe.
Because as soon as he just said, I was like this. This doesn't just go for married people. This goes for people in general. If your girl is hanging out at bars, clubs, or any place that could be a significant danger or danger to like other dudes and stuff like that, why are you even with her? I'm gonna be because like that is telling me that you are perfectly okay with her potentially getting SA'd or just having hookup sex with just a whole bunch of random dudes. And if you're not there. Like this is why I said girls night out is just a no, because we all know they're gonna go to a club, go drinking. They all could be vulnerable, like they put themselves in super vulnerable states to where like any guy could just come in and just do something, and then you're gonna be one of the press because you're like, oh wait, I couldn't protect her or stuff like that. But nigga, you should have been there to begin with, or you should just told her and put your boundaries up and told her just no. But anyways, let me go back in the video. But
yet, as well as you're going to see how this whole thing comes about, how he discovers this, and now how he and the two other guys are all working together, a support system, if you will, to divorce these three hags and move on with their lives. And it's a really, really good one. Now, as you can see from the beginning here, this is a long one. This is going to be part one of 2 stories here because I can't do it all at once. It's too freaking much. But I promise you guys, part 2 will be uploaded and available to watch just a couple hours after this ends when you finish watching it. But definitely
skipping, because I know like if I do skip it, I'll probably be able to like avoid copyright by like barely. So I might skip it just a tad bit just to see like when we get into the story part.
This is the story of how my wife went from girls' nights out to being a serial cheater to asking me for an open marriage.
Oh hell no, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all niggas this now. Women like that, unless they've already been doing it or something, you should always like. Except for if your girl asks you for an open relationship, just know that she's been cheating beforehand. She just finally built up the confidence to ask you. I'm telling you right now, that question just doesn't come out of thin air. And also, you even like no, because it is less likely in guys, but like. For the most part, even like guys or girls regardless, you should be at least questionable of their loyalty if they just ask you out of the blue to open a marriage, open a relationship, regardless of marriage, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. If they ever ask you for a relationship, always suspect that they were cheating beforehand.
It's not a pretty story. My name is Brad. I'm 33 years old. I met my wife Fran, also 33, in college when we were 20.
No! Wait. Did I hear that correctly?
My name is Brad. I'm 33 years old. I met my wife Fran, also 33, in college.
Oh, yeah, I knew where this is going. I know where this is going, bro. I'm going to tell y'all this now. Because I'm sorry to tell you this, but the statistics do not lie. The more women go to college, the higher the divorce rate. And I'm saying, they like, because I hate to make this like a gender thing, but the fact that these numbers tie in too well just tells me that this is no longer a fact of just being sexist or anything. This is just flat out fact. Of course, we all know, or at least if you haven't heard, women have been going to college way more than ever nowadays. Especially like the Boss B phase and stuff like that. That basically made women love going to college, that stuff like that. You know what also ties in? It just happens just so coincidentally that the marriage rate has not only dropped significantly, but the divorces has also dropped. I'm pretty sure like almost 80 plus relationships, not 80, I'm pretty sure like in the 90s at this point, of all marriages fail, and like 80% plus is because of the woman. Except for like it just ties in too well. This is what I'm gonna tell you this now, because I know I'm wasting everyone's time here because there's only 3 minutes of video and I have like another video is gonna be like more than an hour long. But I'm gonna tell y'all this now. Never even consider a relationship with a girl who went to college. I know y'all might say, "Oh, that's biased," or "Oh, what," but I'm telling you this now. A girl who's gone to college, or anyone who's gone to college, basically this is sticking to women at this point. Women will rack up a staggering high body count in college, and their standards will rise to standards that no one has ever seen. I'm talking like unicorn standards for like it's just said for bro. If she married, like I said, if you believe that you're not like a 10 out of 10 supermodel looking guy, she's gone to college. Don't even consider even putting your eyes on her, all right? Because I'm telling you, all stories in the same. History will always repeat itself. This is what I've literally said, except for senior year, I'm about to graduate this year. I'm telling y'all this now. If you want an easy way to fuck up your life, date a college girl. Marry a college girl if you want to really fuck yourself. But let's continue.
When we were 20 years old. We've been together ever since. We've been married for 11 years. Smack.
Oh my god.
You're 33, so minus 11 is...
Guys, get it. This is all the way back then and stuff like that, but... Like, still, bro, like... No, okay, yeah, I get it, because, you know, I give him the excuse, because he's old and stuff like that, and this is all the way back then, 11 years ago. I'm pretty sure by the time they actually met, I wasn't even born yet. I'm 17, if y'all don't know. But, like, still, bro, like, I've always seen girls who've gone to college as a red flag. Especially the things that you hear, because I'm pretty sure this isn't just applies to modern day women. This applies to women back then too. Ever since dormitory colleges existed, and women has been able to go to college, this has always been like a staple thing that women will basically sleep. It's a sexist stereotype, but stereotypes only exist if they're true. And unfortunately, in this situation, he should have seen that a girl who goes to college will have a staggering high body count. This doesn't apply at all, but this is the vast majority. I'm talking like 90%, 95% of all women here who go to college. And therefore, that's not a exaggerated percentage or anything. That's just fact. But it's just, you have to look out for these things, bro. If, you know, except for like, think about it like this. If you plan on getting married, at least like, I would even say like, if you're like Christian or whatever, yeah, there might be a point in time where financially y'all aren't super stable when she has to get a job or something, and that's cool. But when you get married to a woman, traditionally at least, what is the point of her getting a degree? I said for in traditional ways at least, if the man is the main breadwinner of the house, with a degree in general. If her goal in life is to be a stay-at-home mom, which we don't really know that for sure, but if her goal in life is to be a stay-at-home mom, what is the point of her getting a degree? What other reason is she going to college for? The experience, which we all know what that experience is going to look like. I just explained it. Except for it's just, yeah.
22. You got married at 22 years old.
22.
Why the hell would you think that is a good idea? You met her at 20 years old. You got married at 22. That is not near enough time to get to know her. Okay, really, and her family.
I just said I was gonna live. I'm not. Why would you get married that young? Like, even because I do plan on getting married young and having a family like young. Like I said, like 26. That's like 9 years for me. Because therefore, I want to have everything set in the beginning so it can like, I don't have to worry about it later. But like, still, 22 is far too young, bro. I say anything below 24, you're wasting your damn time. You're not wasting your time. You're wasting your life.
All like, those things. I don't care what anybody fucking says. Somebody's going to comment, well, my grandpa and my grandma got married when they were 19 years old, or something like that. Times are different now.
Exactly, bro. Times are different. Like, it doesn't apply the same way.
People that age, nothing like they were decades ago. Are there exceptions? Of course. But by and large, you all know. Bro, you didn't know her.
Mm-hmm.
You should be working on your career and establishing yourself. But
exactly.
I had to say it. This is a learning channel. But anyhow, make that clear. I work at a large insurance company. My wife is a homemaker. We have 2 children together, both boys, 10 and 8 years old.
That's a question. If she was going to get married and settle down, what is the point of you having a degree? Is the question that if you're going to be a stay-at-home mom, what's the point of getting a degree? To waste your time? To waste your money? Or again, for the experience? It makes no fucking sense to me.
Wow, you didn't waste any time having kids.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that we were happily married. I thought our life together was great. I thought we would watch the...
That's what I was saying. Because I said for most of these stories will have a very similar connection. All guys think their marriage is going fine. Here's the thing. Because I'm not trying to sound like a toxic person or anything. This is for all the niggas out there. Guys, at least. I'm not trying to say niggas, but for all the men out there. If you believe your relationship is going perfectly fine, it's not. And for modern women, or at least because, like, I say like his wife was like semi-modern, I'd say. They are extremely toxic. Like, unless you just grab a foreign woman who don't believe in all that jibber jabber, or a woman who believes in traditionality, in which if she was traditional, she wouldn't have gone to college, to be honest. If she, because she's a modern woman, we could tell because she went to college. If you're dating a woman who is going perfectly fine, you probably have the worst relationship. I'm not trying to sound like a bad person or toxic person, but I'm looking at all these relationships, and except for they all have one common thread, or at least the ones with their girlfriends or wives are cheating on them. It's they believe everything went perfectly fine, everything was perfectly normal, and that is the downfall right there. That right there is the mindset that gets you fucked over.
The boys grow, do his part. Nope.
Exactly right.
A friend came home last Saturday morning from one of her weekly girls' nights out on a Friday night.
Again.
She does these each Friday with two of her friends, Liv and Jessie. Your wife every Friday night goes out?
Yes.
What the fuck?
And that's what I'm saying. Like no. My wife, no, like, if my wife would never. I'm gonna be completely clear with y'all. Every Friday, no. Especially because, like, it depends on what they're doing, right? Because once you get married, this is kind of his fault for marrying young. But, like, at the end of the day, it's like, why? What I get it because, y'all try to be an oppressor. Don't let these hot, bigoted words stop you from setting clear boundaries. As soon as I tell my wife something or ask her to not do something and she has some type of political or say for she uses some freaking hot words, we're divorcing immediately. I do not care. Except for, like, as a man, if she doesn't respect your boundaries, what was the point of marrying her? I said for a man in a household, at least traditional wise, because this could be a modern relationship for all we know. Well, she's a stay-at-home mom, so I don't really see how it was modern. I say like semi-modern. But at the end of the day, if she does not accept your clear boundaries, why even marry her to begin with? What?
Dude, she should be with you and your boys.
Exactly.
Maybe once a month.
Okay.
Maybe have the girls come over to your house.
Okay, I'm gonna be clear. Because this sounds a little bit extreme. Now, I say every week is kind of like, okay, really? But, like, that's like every week, like, outside or, like, doing something outside. I said, for once you're a stay-at-home mom, you're, like, not just stay-at-home mom, but, like, in a marriage in general, the only real places you're going outside-wise is with your husband or with your husband's plus kids. Like, of course, your friends tag along, but, like, your friends and stuff should be, like, your main, like, once you get married, this is why you should marry a little bit older than just 22. But once you get married, there is not one single activity you're not doing with your wife. Or husband at that. Of course, if you feel like, oh, that's, no, because I want my own space. If you want your own space, why'd you get married? Real talk. Why did you get married if you wanted your own space? People who think like that have a more modern mindset. And that's why I say those people are not fit for marriage. I'm going to be honest. They're really not. They're the reasons why our divorce rate is so high right now.
Movies, have some freaking wine or whatever the hell they drink. That's it. The rest of the time, you should be her top priority. Your children, top priority. Not girls' night, some shithole bar.
But of course, I said I wasn't married, all that. Once you have children, there is no such thing as girls' night out. There's no such thing as boys' night out. Once you have children, that life is behind you. Like I said, for people who never learn, and Darwinism is eventually going to take effect.
Every fucking Friday night. That's ridiculous.
And it's like
and if she wouldn't like that and label you controlling, say, well, there's the door. We get to our age. James has been my best friend since college. They have
college again. I swear to God, if all the wives are from college, I hate to say because I kind of feel bad for the three husbands, but if all three of them met their wives in college, you're a bunch of dumbasses. I get it. It wasn't as STD infected as it is nowadays, but the fact that it still was happening back then, and the fact that y'all didn't catch on to this, just makes me feel like, okay, y'all heard this. Y'all heard that the guys were talking about it. Y'all chose not to listen, and now that it's happening to y'all, now it's like, you know what I'm saying? This is why the saying is, a smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Learn from the mistakes of others so you don't have to go through it yourself, guys. Easy process.
2 kids, a boy 12 years old and a girl 10. Liv is also a homemaker. Jesse, 28 years old, is 10. Liv is also a homemaker. Jesse, 28 years old, is married to Steve, who's 31. Jesse works part-time at a travel agency. 28 years old, is married to Steve, who's 31. Jesse works part-time at a travel agency. No kids, we're all friends. Barbecue. Jesse works part-time at a travel agency.
Okay, hunch. Jesse's the one who got all the... If I've been listening, right? She's the youngest. No kids. And she works. And of course, except for when women do this, women are not... Because I don't want to be sexist. I don't want to sound sexist, but... When women are in friend groups that they all, like, love, they are not solo thinkers. Women are far more socialists or more socializing than men are. That's fact. So it only takes one of them, of course, a younger, more wilder, the one who thinks she's, because she has a job, right? She has no kids, so she's kind of the free one who's just playing around everywhere, especially because she's the youngest too, so she has less maturity than the other two. You gotta think about it like this. It only takes one to convert a group of loyal women into a bunch of thoughts. It only takes one of them. As I said, bro, I know who started this. Jesse's the main catalyst for all this.
No kids, we're all friends. Barbecues, swimming parties, dinners out, birthdays, anniversaries, 3 couples, all good buddies. All good buddies married to all 3 good bitches. All 3 bad bitches. Anyway, Fran got home at almost 1:30 a.m. Saturday and had been drinking heavily. That is not acceptable. She's a goddamn mother. Okay? You should have never allowed that to happen, my man. Grow the fuck up, woman. The next morning, she slept in and was hungover when she finally got up late Saturday morning. She took 2 aspirins, ate some toast, and sat on the couch looking miserable. Well, good. I asked her how her night with the girls went. She grimaced and told me she had something she wanted to discuss, but wanted to wait until her head didn't hurt so much. She saw that I was alarmed, so she said it was nothing important. Don't worry, it's nothing.
Again, the red flags show themselves. It's just the fact that people just don't want to listen. Nothing to worry. I'm telling you right now. If the guys out there again, if your girl even utters the words, you don't need to worry about it. I don't know how that's an instinct to just run away from her and never come back. I just don't see it. Like, as if it happens so many times. You think that humans would evolve to the point where we just sense the red flags as like a snap and we could just be able to just run away, but...
Well, let's just see, gentlemen, what this nothing thing is, in her
Nothing.
opinion,
Yeah.
who she has to bring up while she's sitting on the couch, hungover, hurting, and miserable. What's so pressing that she has to bring up that quickly?
Mm-hmm.
I took the boys to an afternoon movie. Fran stayed home. After we got home, Fran asked the boys to go play in their rooms. She and I had to talk. The boys left. I sat down in the living room, waited for Fran. She asked me if I knew that her friend Liv and her husband, James, were in an open marriage.
Okay, so my guess wasn't 100% straight. As turns out, Liv is the one. I would say I have my suspicions, but I kind of did. But like, there's only 3 of them, so it's not like it would be like if it was not that one, it had to have been the other one.
Their sex life immensely, but also their marriage.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Open marriages do not help in no type of sex life. Once you open your marriage, it's no longer a marriage. Y'all are just roommates who are just getting government benefits off of each other. Once open marriage exists, there's no such thing as marriage. Except for, as I just said, y'all are just roommates. Y'all take care of children together. Y'all get government benefits. Someone came to me talking about they're in some type of open relationship, I will laugh in their fucking face. Because that is no marriage. Not even law-wise, but not even biblically or no type of marriage system can you get where open marriage actually exists. Because it doesn't exist. That's the point. Open marriage does not exist.
So this is his buddy. You think he would know if his buddy this was going on.
Exactly. Liv was lying.
They're more in love than they ever been.
That's
she stopped to look at my reaction. I didn't say anything, but thought, so this is how my marriage ends. My wife is cheating on me.
Good.
Bro, I'm sorry you're going through this, but I'm glad immediately you were thinking those things.
Exactly,
you
bro.
were way ahead.
I'm glad that he thought that, because I thought he was going to be I thought he had signs before and this screwed up, but at least he knew. Because once my wife brings up, if I do have a wife, which I'm pretty hoping for it, if she ever brings up open marriage, space, time away from each other, I'm going to just divorce her right there and then. There's no point of continuing it. There's really not, bro. Well, I'm going to just go waste my life in a relationship that's going to go completely downhill the more we go on. Have niggas not learned that open relationships...
Fran continued that Liv, their other friend, Jesse, and Fran spent girls' night talking about open marriages. Fran thought it would do wonders for our sex life and marriage too. Where did they think this?
And why do people say that your sex life will improve if you have an open marriage? Your sex lives won't. You can't say their sex lives improve. You can only say her sex life improve. Because at the end of the day, if y'all in an open relationship, y'all are having sex with each other. Or at least, y'all are having sex with each other as much as y'all are with other people. That's the reason why y'all can't say y'all sex life is amazing. Because you do not know what the other person is truly feeling. Most people tend to hide their feelings. Your sex life might be improving. His is not. It's here for as well.
Reading Cosmopolitan magazine? Because if they would Google this, there'd be never-ending stories. They'd probably see my ass showing up there on Google saying how bad of an idea it is. We've been together for 13 years, and she's been completely faithful to me every minute of those 13 years. This is her telling him this. I've been faithful to you every minute of those 13 years. Okay.
Again, I don't care what nobody says. If she first brings up after, she's cheating. That should be a human reaction at this point. You should know already. When you divorce, that's your proof right there, bro.
Okay, let's see. She loves me now more than she ever has.
If you loved him more than what you ever have, then why would you introduce other people? It makes no fucking sense. You're going backwards. Is it because you love him so much that you want to bring back the love and give it to other people? I'm telling you right now, that logically that doesn't make sense. The logic is not there. There's no logic.
She isn't looking for a new husband, but I have to admit, things have been stale in the bedroom. An open marriage will make our sex lives more exciting. She looked at me and asked what I thought.
Again, because I hate to be like this. I hate to be the one who disagree with everybody. Or at least the normal people in society. If your sex life is stale, or she says your sex life is stale, why are you still with her? I hate to sound like that, but why are you still, as if God has made us to be lock and key, right? If a woman is a virgin and she only has sex with one guy, your sex life should never stale out. Again, that's just how our bodies are meant to be. If she was a virgin before she met you, and when y'all got married, y'all are the only two partners, it is almost because again, her body's not going to become, her insides are not going to become looser than your dick is, right? It's just not. That's physically not possible unless other guys have been in there who are bigger than you have been inside there. And this is why this should be y'all's words right here. If your girl ever says this over time, right? Her insides will heal over time. If she cheated on you 2 years ago and then came back now, and she says the sex life is still, trust me, she's been cheating on you more times than what she really says she's been having cheating on you with. I said before, that's just how the vagina works. It doesn't just become looser just because you only have been screwing her. Unless other guys who are bigger has been inside of her, and then she just doesn't feel it anymore. This is why virgins are more valuable than non-virgins, because at the end of the day, we can at least assure that she won't feel bored or tempted to go with another dude. If she says that's what I'm saying. For any guy who is married or in a relationship and y'all are at the sexual stage, and she says the sex life is stale, that's 100%. Trust me, 100% guarantee she's been cheating.
What do I think? Bitch, pack your bag. That's what I think.
Exactly, bro.
I asked her if she was already seeing someone. She turned pale but said, "Of course not." I asked if she had a guy in mind. This was not going to be the way she thought it was going to. This was not going the way she thought it would, so she repeated that she's always in writing, Fran. I'm going to take a moment, and can I record that? This was just an idea we could discuss. I shouldn't get upset. Can we just have a conversation about me accusing her of something? So already he's being twisted around to the bad guy here. So, okay, let me review, Fran. You want to go fuck other dudes,
yes,
because you love me so much.
Exactly.
And our marriage is so great.
This is why I actually like the fact that women are more emotional. Women don't contain any type of logic. I'm not saying all women. This is just the majority. Majority of their arguments do not contain not a sense of logic. And that's a good thing, because you can always call them out on their bullshit.
It'll make our marriage so wonderful.
Works in our favor.
That's what you're telling me. Guess what? Newsflash. This usually means you're already hooking up with somebody else, or someone's, plural. Mm-hmm. Or you have someone or many someones in mind.
Exactly.
Now, bye for a second. This isn't just a casual discussion to talk about on a Saturday afternoon in September.
It doesn't have no one in mind. They don't just believe that.
I asked to see her phone. Mm-hmm. She turned pale.
That just third red flag number 3. Which this should be a red flag everyone should know at this point. If she's afraid to show you her phone, it should be instant. You know she's cheating. Instantly. There's no shot, bro.
Her eyes opened in alarm. I've never looked through her phone. She asked why I wanted to see her phone. I told her she just told me she wants to cheat on me.
Yep.
I want to see if she's already cheating. She reiterated that she was not cheating. She told me I could not see her phone. An invasion of privacy.
Y'all are married! What do you mean by invasion of privacy? I don't care what no one says. Again, I'll say this once. I'll say this again. I'll say this to the day I die. When you are married, there's no such thing as space. Invasion of privacy, there's no such thing. That does not exist anymore when you're married. It does not exist. if they, because guys are girls regardless, say, oh, it's a private manner, or you don't need to worry about it, or we should take time away from each other, or anything like that, you know they're cheating. I said for 100% get.
You want to...
Hold up, no, please don't screw me over. Please, I'm sorry. No! Damn. Let me try refreshing the page, bro. It's just because it happens so much, bro, that at this point y'all should just know that, like, it's a pattern that happens time and time again that you just have to catch on to it eventually. I don't know why my Wi-Fi is tweaking out like crazy, but for the most part, okay. All right, let's hop back into the video because I don't want this to screw around all day. You know what I'm saying? Play the video. Play it, please. No, let's make a negotiation, please. You know, let's work it out. You and me.
An invasion of privacy. You want my permission to go F other dudes. You're breaking my heart here, wife, by the way. And so, yeah, I want to see your phone if you're cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Hand it over. After all these years together, if I didn't trust her, maybe I should seek
Why is
help.
my chat still on? I'm looking at my computer right now. I'm looking at what y'all seeing. I see the heart. Why is the heart there? I turned that off. All right.
Gentlemen, you watch my videos a lot. You notice a pattern here. When a guy's a legitimate issue about something, they always twist it around to make you out to be crazy.
Exactly.
And the bad guy here. And they can keep their poker faces. Women are master poker players. Masters of bullshit. She repeated that she loves me and wasn't looking for a new husband, just something to spice up our XCX lives. Actually, I believe she's not looking for a new husband because she has you, who you say work for a large insurance company, and since she's a homemaker, I assume makes a pretty decent living. So why mess up the good living part of the whole thing, right?
Exactly. This is say she's not looking for a new husband because he's already providing her a good lifestyle. There's no point of having another husband if you're already providing all the financial needs. She's not looking for a new husband. She's looking for a new fuck buddy. And that's what I say, bro. It's just at the end of the day,
she can be a mom and have her kids, not have to go to work because the boys are 10 and 8 years old. They're off at school all day.
Yep.
What the hell's she doing? And but she can have her fun on the side. A win-win situation. So of course she doesn't want a new husband. And her perception of you, my friend, is that you're so weak and stupid, and she's so amazing that, of course, you'd go along with this ridiculous plan. That's her perception of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what you've been like with her for 11 years, but I do know you rushed to get married to her after 2 years. And at that young age, that communicates to a woman that I had the power. This guy's dying to get me. So I'm the prize and I can make demands. That's why you don't rush into relationships. You make them work years to get you if you do marriage. 5 years minimum if you're going to get married. And you got to freaking live with her for a bit to get to know what she's like. This
is what I say, because I know there's even people who got married as children, like not married as children, married to a woman they've known as a child and stuff like that. He was right. You should take time in order to get into marriage. Like a relationship, cool, whatever. Marriage, you need to work some years before you just decide to put a ring on her finger. You know what I'm saying? To the marriage part, you know? But I said it's not, look at her her actions speak volumes. I said she went to college. She just coincidentally had girlfriends who went to college. I'm pretty sure you all met in college, besides the freaking Jesse and Steve or whatever. This is why never, ever, 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 ever get married to a college woman.
Take your time, gentlemen, for many, many reasons. I told her to give me her phone. She said no. She's not someone who I can order around. Her phone was none of my business. I got up and told her I'm going to pack. I'm leaving her. She obviously was hiding stuff on her phone, or she didn't want me to see. We are divorcing.
Let's give my boy a applause. Man, it takes, most guys, most guys would not freaking, do that. They'd be like, oh, okay then, or the stuff like, or like they just say, all right, cool, and they just try to sneak their phone in the night. You need to let her know that you're willing to leave her right there and then. Because as I said, at the end of the day, if you do not set clear boundaries and set boundaries that you are sure you're going to follow through on, you're just a punching bag to her. You're just a punching bag in the ATM to her. Bro, I'm telling you guys, bro. At the end of the day, if there's no such thing as invasion of privacy or ordering around. Y'all are married. Y'all are the same person. Y'all are legally the same identity as each other. Not just legally, but I said for every same person. If you're hiding stuff from me, why are we married? Because we're clearly not married. Because if you're still hiding stuff from me, we're not following through the same person type of thing.
Down and crying and handling this way different.
Mm-hmm.
She gasped. Now she really panicked. She rushed over to me to put her arms around me. She said she was sorry she brought it up. She must still be a bit drunk. She didn't mean to upset me. So I'm fucking leaving. To all of a sudden switching.
That's what I said, bro. People reveal their true colors when you're willing to walk away. Because this doesn't apply when this happens to people in general. When you're willing to leave, they'll show their true colors. Everyone does. Because they think it's a bluff. It's just a mindset that people think it's going to be a bluff until you show them what cards you're about to play. And that's when they're like, oh, yo, hold on. Now we actually have to try here. You know what I'm saying?
Tactics like that.
Yeah, boys. Keep that in
So
mind.
what happens when a man walks away or he says he's going to walk away? And see how a woman can easily switch things like a light switch?
Yep. Well,
she says, we'll never talk about open marriage again. That she loves me. She's perfectly happy with our life together. Our sex...
Even though she literally just said all those terrible things... all those terrible things that, oh, our sex life is dull. The love is not... She will say all this stuff. But as soon as you dangle everything's fine, our sex life...
life included.
Yeah, our sex life is amazing. Our relationship is perfect the way it is. And there's that for. Don't fall for that shit, bro. Even if she tries to beg for you back, leave.
Bitch, if you were happy, you would have brought this up.
Exactly,
I might add, you wouldn't be doing girls' night every Friday night.
Yep.
She said, me leaving her something so stupid was crazy. Please sit down and we can talk about something else. Oh, okay. Let's talk about the fucking the Red Sox. Did I know that our oldest son is doing a project on Ancestry and needs to interview both of us? Oh, there's an idea. Ancestry. Ancestry.com.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some DNA tests on our kids. And
let's
just
get some
for
DNA
fun,
tests.
Of course. She'll get it. No.
We'll go together. Honey. Yeah.
She started toward the stairs. I told her no. I'll get it. Anything she didn't want me to see would be gone from her phone by the time she came back with it.
Yep.
Fran freaked out, but I told her I was getting her phone. I got it and put it in front of her face to open it. I opened her text messages, and Fran started crying. Niagara Falls. Of course, when all else fails,
use the tears.
I've never cheated on you. I've been faithful for all these years. Okay. I looked through her texts from me, her friends, her parents, and sister. Also texts from someone labeled Bob's Big Boy. Really? That's what she came up with?
Whoa.
I asked Fran, who's Bob's Big Boy?
Yeah,
She put her head in her hands and was crying harder. Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, yeah, when she starts crying hard, it's...
I opened those texts. Most of the texts were about times and places to meet. Oh, it must be a prayer group. That's a code name for a prayer group at church. Because remember, she's been faithful for all these years. Last set of texts were about meeting him last night at his house. Well,
no wonder why she was drunk and had to take medication in the morning. No wonder why.
Honey, you were supposed to be at girls' night. What do you mean?
Exactly. What happened to girls' night?
I think that you would be doing something with a guy named Bob and his big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the rest of the texts were about Fran's S-word encounters with the guy. past sexual meetings, and what Fran was looking forward to in the
That's what I
future.
keep telling you, boys. The red flags will show themselves. It's just your act. It's just your responsibility to act upon them, bro. Exactly. At least
They were very explicit.
Like Snapchat.
I forwarded most of the texts to my phone, especially the text about what they when they had hooked up and their plans for the future. But I also forwarded the more explicit texts. I had it on the phone, but I closed it so she'd think I was finished looking at her texts. I wanted to see how truthful this she would be.
Yep.
I said to her, let me guess, her lover's name is Bob. She said he was someone she met a few weeks ago, and I didn't know him. It was at a girls' night out. She was drunk.
If you allow your woman to be at a place like a club or a bar where she is openly vulnerable to a bunch of guys who are looking for women to sleep with, how the fuck can you live with yourself? Like, real talk, if she's going alone or with the girls, which, let's be honest, that doesn't mean anything, what are you doing with your life? At the end of the day, you're like, except for as a responsibility as a man, you're supposed to protect her. No, it's one of the two main things. I would never allow my girl to just go to some random bar by herself, or with a bunch of girls. Like, no, that's just not it. It's with anyone at that. So let's be honest. If it's not me, she's not going. And if she is going. So now she wants to play the friend. She wants to throw her friends on the bus now.
My girlfriends made me do it. It's not my fault. They're the ones that made me do it. They're the ones to blame. And of course, I was drunk. No fucking accountability.
See, look, exactly. Zero accountability. Can we just point that out here? She's not saying, oh yeah, it's my fault, maybe I drunk too much or anything else. She said, I was drunk. I'm going to tell y'all this now. Being drunk is not an excuse. Drunk actions are nothing more than sober thoughts. You wouldn't have cheated unless you thought about cheating. If you were drunk.
The guy took advantage of her.
Even though y'all met up multiple times.
Add that to the list of who to blame.
Mm-hmm.
She continued with him only because he told her he'd tell me if she stopped seeing him. She loved me and didn't want her foolishness to ruin our marriage.
Again, your first instinct was to be tell your husband. I'm going to let y'all guys know this right now. If you're in a marriage right now and you're being blackmailed, or blackmailed in general, like literally, your first instinct is tell your partner. That should be the number one thing. Tell your partner, tell the police next. So at least your partner will know what is going to happen once you call the police.
Oh my God. She'll never see him again. She felt so guilty and ashamed that she dreaded seeing the guy. But she didn't want him to tell me, and she met him on the girls' nights out. Man, her nose is just growing and growing and growing like Pinocchio. This Pinocchio here. I put the phone in front of her face again to open it. She tried to grab the phone. Nope. I looked at the text history to see what the
Oh my... Why? This for the arguments include no logic whatsoever. So you met this guy a few weeks ago, somehow already blackmailed you off the rip. And now, you look at messages 10 months. At least if you're going to lie correctly. Please.
You want to revise your story, sweetheart? You know the guys about Trickle Truth? Not a few weeks ago, and she just kept crying. Nothing to say. I looked more closely at the text. He was also coming to our house during the day to meet... I know, as talking about invasion of privacy, I do not care. In my own house, I'm installing cameras. I am installing cameras into my own house. Especially if I'm married with children, there is cameras. Because crap like this happened all the time, where the wife would invite the affair partner into their own house. Especially their stay-at-home. And that's what I said, bro. There's no shot. I don't care. Like I said, if my wife has a problem with it, we can always get divorced. That's it for I just don't care. There will be cameras in the house. I won't check them 24/7. I'm not in time because
I need to know what's happening within my own house. That's just how I am, bro.
Fran. Do you want to talk about adding
Screenshot
insult to
all this
injury here?
information.
He's banging her in this guy's
Back up in
house
some
that he works
documents,
hard every day
grab the lawyer.
to pay for her and the kids. Please tell me you're in an at-fault divorce state.
Yes.
I mean, you think she's going to cry long and loud enough that he's eventually going to break down? That's what she's hoping for.
Yeah, she's thinking of him getting to
I asked in our bed, and she didn't answer. Just kept crying into her hands.
That's it.
I stared at her. She just kept crying. Not much more to say. But James, Liv's husband, was my best friend. We had the same ideas about marriage and fidelity.
Yep.
Nothing would surprise me. I asked Fran if James knew that he and Liv were in open marriage. She looked at me wondering where this was going and said that what Liv told her.
You know it's going.
That's what Liv told her. Liv introduced her and Jesse to the guy Fran has been seeing. Fran's understanding was that Liv and him had been lovers before she introduced him to Fran and Jesse. Sure, honey, because you've been so truthful to this point, I really believe everything you said.
100%.
I asked if Jesse was also effing this guy. She sighed and said she didn't know what Jesse was doing. It was none of our business. I said, but it's...
Again, if you're married, it is 100% of his business. It's just as much as his business as it is yours. That's how marriage works.
Steve's, Jesse's husband's business. The kids came downstairs to see why their mother was crying. I told them to go back to their rooms. We would talk later. And I bet you his boys were instantly going into protection mode to protect their poor, sweet, innocent mama. I said, let's find out if James knows he's in open marriage.
Yep.
Fran stopped crying. She said, please don't call him. That's between the two of them.
James,
I shouldn't call myself in their marriage. I said he's my friend. I owe it to him to let him know his wife is telling people she's in an open marriage. I want to know if Fran was telling people that. She asked me again not to call him. I said, okay, I won't call him. Fran can call him instead.
Oh, yeah.
I was taken aback. She said she wouldn't even know what to say. She's not calling him. I gave her the phone and told her to call James. Just ask if he knows if he's in an open marriage. We'll go from there. She said she's not calling him. I said there's nothing more to discuss. Go pack a bag.
Yep.
Either she's leaving tonight or I am. We're divorcing. She looked to see if I was serious. She figured I was. She said she'd call him. Isn't it amazing what happens when a guy starts laying down the law? Or he's prepared to walk or does walk. Isn't it amazing? That's what nice guys don't get. Or they don't get it until it's too fucking late.
Exactly.
He answered. I had her put the phone on speaker. She asked him if he knew that he and Liv were in an open marriage. Nothing from him for a while. Finally, he asked Fran, what the fuck is she talking about?
Yep.
Fran hung up the phone. I asked her why she hung up. She said I told her to ask him if he knew he was in an open marriage. She did. He doesn't know. Man, she's slick.
Yeah.
I called James back. He was furious. He asked what was wrong with my wife. I told him that Fran has been cheating on me and told me that Liv tells her that
Good
James
shit,
and Liv are in an
bro.
open
Nice fucking example of brotherhood. We love seeing this shit, bro. We love it.
marriage. I said an open marriage didn't sound like James. James asked what was his wife saying. I said Liv is saying that she is effing other guys and you're okay with that. He said, thanks for telling me. He's going to go find out what's going on. So notice his buddy here, James, is not having a meltdown. He's like, we'll talk later. I'm going to find out what's going on. Handling it the best way. I told Fran to pack up. She's leaving and we are divorcing. Yes.
Good shit, bro.
She was still crying but looked at me pleadingly. She was sorry. She loved me.
Oh,
this would never happen again. Man, we are going right through every chapter of the Hobag Handbook.
And I was saying, for guys who want to break down, I'm going to tell you this right now. History always repeats itself. I'll say it again. History will always repeat itself. Just because she says she's going to do something, you can automatically assume she's going to do that same thing again. Again, that's just how women work. That's just not how women work. That's how history works. If I cheated on my girl and she sent me back, I'm going to cheat on her again. Because again, that's just how history works. History will always repeat itself. I'll just learn to do it more sneakily the next time around. And as I said, bro, history, like, never accept someone back, regardless whether you're a guy or female. Because this is advice for everybody, right? If they ever ask for a second chance, no, absolutely not. Not in a million fucking years. Keep that in mind.
Book here. She would break it off with a guy right now and never see him again. I'd be like, I don't fucking care.
Exactly, nigga.
We're
I don't
done.
care. You've
You're
already
a
done
piece
it.
of garbage. You can go have all the fun you want with Bob's
Exactly.
big boy all you want. She opened her phone and wrote a text and showed it to me. It said the affair was over and she never wanted to see him again. Don't contact her.
That's not going to change
She
it.
sent it and blocked him. I just looked at her. She was frantic. She said she'll never do girls' night out again. I just looked at her and she said she'll never talk to Liv either. She's a bad influence. Oh, okay, it's Liv's fault. I can have full access to her phone and computer anytime I want it. I will know where she is at all times. I just continue staring at her. Here's an idea, honey. Why wasn't that done before?
Exactly. Why was it such an invasion of privacy before, but now you're just so open for it now? Bye-bye.
She started wailing, asking me what I wanted her to do. I told you what I wanted you to do. Pack up your stuff and go to your mother's. I wanted her to pack her things and leave.
Good.
I told her I wanted a divorce. Her crying got worse. The guy meant nothing to her.
Then why'd you have sex with him? Multiple times. Over a span of 10 months. And talking about title, it probably lasted longer with other dudes. You do not have sex with someone that you believe is nothing to you. You do not cheat on somebody with someone you believe is nothing to you. Clearly they have some type of value in order to get in.
Bag Handbook, Chapter 7. She always felt so guilty. She understands that I'm furious, but she'll make it up to me.
Therefore, she's not sad. She's not sad by the fact that she cheated or anything. She's sad at the fact that she got caught. Never listen.
Oh,
Never.
Please do elaborate how you plan to make it up to me.
Mm-hmm.
She finished with all that. She didn't know what she was thinking. She'll be the best wife ever from now on. Please,
not good
please,
enough.
please give her another chance.
That's not good enough.
She'll do whatever
care.
I want. She can't live without
You're my wife. You're going to do so anyways.
me. The children will be better off if we...
No, that's no.
No, they won't.
Yeah.
Believe me, studies have done, and life experience has shown those kids won't be better off
Yeah,
in
they
a miserable
definitely won't.
marriage. Think of the children.
As in for of marriages with like open marriages are just as bad as single mother households. Your children will grow up to be some type of criminal, 70% at least, sexual assaulter, mass murderer. Except for, it's not to be biased or anything. It's just to state the simple facts.
Crying so badly now she could barely talk. So she's gone in Tuscan Raider mode. You're gonna need your Tuscan Raider English dictionary to understand what the hell she's saying now. I yelled at her to pack her stuff enough about me, not to cheat on me. She's probably
If you don't
always
respect my
cheated on me.
boundaries, why are you with me?
Probably, my friend. I'm sorry to say
If y'all
it,
see
but probably.
glitter, don't worry about it.
She said that's not true. This is the only time. Oh, because you've been so truthful to this point.
No, yes.
She understands how I
So
feel about cheaters,
truthful.
but she made one mistake, and I shouldn't throw away our marriage because she was so stupid.
Except for
One
it happened.
mistake.
The reason why, because it happens. Like it's like I'm hearing the same story over and over again. Because it's happened so many times. Like, why won't humans evolve to lie better? Like, it's like they use the same shit every single time. And it's like, can y'all get any better at lying, bro? Please. Get some better at lying, please.
It's been going on for 10 months. That's a
Yeah.
lot of mistakes in that 10-month period. Mistake my ass. This is well calculated. You're the freaking heiress of Slytherin.
And then, like, not only did you sleep with this guy in the same bed that the love of your life that death do us part has made for you, but also in the same household where your children reside. That is unforgivable. I do not care. That to me is an unforgivable crime.
But the guy really didn't mean anything to her. We can get past this.
No, we can't.
She's ready to do
We all know that relationship is going downhill if he decides to continue. There's no point.
whatever it takes. It's just one mistake that she'll regret forever. Please, 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 let's talk. Tell her what to do. I said pack and leave.
Yes.
She stopped crying. She said, why did she have to leave? So notice the waterworks immediately just shut off like the sprinklers.
Exactly, bro. As Socrates once said, never believe a woman when she cries, as they turn on when she wants her will.
If I want to destroy a marriage over something that was finished and would never happen again, that's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so now he's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy.
If I wanted to separate, I should leave. But she didn't want me to leave. I told her I would leave if she did not. But if she left, we'd have a cordial relationship, at least as it comes to the children. If I left, we'll only have contact by picking up and dropping off the kids. Otherwise, we only communicate through our divorce lawyers. I'll never talk to her about anything but the kids again. She asked if she left, could we continue to talk about getting back together? She wanted to remain married, to take care of me more than anything. Yeah, because you've been doing such a great job of taking care of me thus far. I said, we're divorcing. She's been taking care of other guys more than she's been...
I do not care. This is why I say women should never have male friends. Marriage-wise, no. This applies to some guys too, but you'll mostly see it in women with male friends. At the end of the day, if she's taking care of other dudes, whether physically, emotionally, mentally, or anything like that, she's cheating in some way. Who she's known since childhood, and it's someone of the opposite gender, don't even get married to her. Friends just put her in recreational use only category. All right, there's just no point. She already has a love of her life right there, bro. It's not worth it.
Those guys that she's been having fun with, and I guarantee it isn't just Bob's big boy.
Mm-hmm.
I've been getting way more, being taken care of way more in many spicy ways than you ever have. Guaranteed.
Sanford, there's a reason
I guess she thought if she left, she'd give
with.
me some time to calm down, but we'd continue to talk, and she convinced me to take her back.
No.
She figured I'd start to miss her as soon as she left. You might miss the woman that you thought she was, and all that, as you go through the roller coaster of emotions, which you will go through, but not who she clearly is.
Exactly.
I just remained pissed because she wasn't doing what I wanted. I'd hate her more.
Mm-hmm.
She said she'd leave because she loves me so much and wants me to understand she'll do anything I ask. But she's only going to be gone for a short time. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to have the freaking locksmith over here in 15 minutes, and you ain't getting back in the house.
We changing locks, keys.
She's not going to let me go. She'll be back to talking. I thought, no, you won't.
No.
But thinking that got her out of my house, she can believe what she wants.
What she wants?
I told her the boys will stay here with me. We can work out a schedule for her to spend time with them. I'll tell the boys that we're separating. I won't tell them it's because she's an adulterous whore.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just tell them we no longer want to be married. I think what else will I tell them? Be 100% honest with your kids, even if it pisses her off. Your boys need to know. Do not let her...
Exactly. That's what I says. Because I always see, guys don't want to tell their children the truth, and women jump straight on it. This is why we said, your children deserves to know the truth just as much as you do. If my wife cheated on me, I'm telling the kids. I'm not going to say, well, me and mommy had a fight, and no, nigga, I'm telling them straight up that, yeah, your mom was a cheater, especially because they're 8 and 10, they know what the concept of cheating is. Just because they might not know the full concept of a relationship, they do know the concept of cheating. At least we talk about modern kids' lies. They definitely know. Nope, just kids in general. It's all in the media. I'm going to tell them from their mother.
Control the narrative with your boys. God almighty, do not let that happen.
Yes.
She got up to pack. I called James, Liv's husband, and my best friend. He thanked me for telling him about his wife. When he confronted Liv, she seemed almost relieved. She told James that their marriage was over anyway. She was planning on leaving and trying to get the courage to tell him.
Wait, I said Liv and no, because it's Steven, the best friend, and then there's Jesse and Steven.
She'll leave. James can keep the kids. James can tell them whatever he wants, just let her know she doesn't contradict him.
Oh, it's every time, bro. There's always a woman who's really just like, yep, I don't want the kids. I don't want you. I just want this new man and new life. It happens every time. Okay, not every time, but at least it happens a good portion of times where you hear stories and she just says, you know what? I don't care about I don't care about you. I don't care about the children. I don't care about anything of this because I have a new man I can sleep with. She's going to be coming back. Trust me. She's going to be coming back. Trust me.
They'll work out a schedule for her to see the kids later. So James's wife, Liv, who's equally as big of an a-hole here, it's just like, no, you can keep the kids.
Exactly.
No big deal.
Just throw them away. Yeah.
Really? That shows how much he loves those kids. And again, whole DNA test. Awful. I would make sure those kids know just how easily Mama cast them aside.
Exactly. Like, yeah, your mom abandoned
James says so it's true. Liv's been cheating on him. Liv's nights have been an excuse for the three of them to hook up with other guys.
Mm-hmm.
How long has this been going on? Liv said for over a year. Multiple guys? Yes. She's been seeing one guy fairly regularly. Who?
Dang!
James doesn't know him. She went to pack. James said she was gone in 45 minutes.
Freaking ball-breaking times out here. But as I keep telling you guys before, once you get married, there's no such thing as girls' night out. That does not exist. If she still want to do girls' night out, she's married. You better sign those divorce papers quick before you start paying alimony.
I think the only way she could have left that house faster is if she was fired out of a cannon.
Literally.
Oh my God. Well, now Liv and Fran can get together and all become roommates and go F other dudes named Bob's Big Boy. I asked if Jesse was also cheating. He said Liv said all three wives were cheating.
That's it. Thank God that Liv snitched on all three of them. Because we didn't want to come here and have no evidence that Jesse was not cheating, but the other two were.
I asked if Jesse's husband, Steve, knew. James said he was going to call him, but maybe it would be better if they go in person.
Yeah.
It's rough hearing this over the
person.
phone. I apologize for not telling James in person. He told me that's okay. It's not the worst thing that's happened to him today. Did I want to come with him to see Steve? And I said sure. As soon as Fran leaves, I'll come to get him. James said he'll call Steve and ask if I can come by. He'll call me back. Fran came downstairs with her packed bag. Mm-hmm. She asked me if she could stay so we could talk.
No!
I've
get
told
out!
you
Please, get out!
50,000 times that we're divorcing. Get the hell out. How much more clear do I need to be? I said no, but I had a question for her. Why ask for an open marriage?
Yeah,
she was already seeing other guys. Why did she risk bringing up an open marriage?
Yeah.
She must have known I'd know she was cheating. Fran said there wasn't a bunch of guys, there was just one guy. She asked for an open marriage because, wait for it, she was tired of sneaking around. She felt too guilty. She didn't realize I'd accuse her of cheating. It would just be a discussion, like talking about getting a dog or where to go on vacation. Yeah, okay, honey. Keep telling yourself that.
Oh my gosh.
If I said yes to the open marriage, she wouldn't feel guilty anymore. Yeah, she'd have the best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Like this really works out for the guy. If I said yes to the open marriage, she wouldn't feel guilty anymore. If I said no, she'd break it off with the guy she was seeing and never cheat on me again. He says, SSM, if anyone believes that, I've got a bridge to sell them.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm sorry. This is terrible. She is a piece of shit. And deserves everything that I know is going to happen to her. I told her not to let the door hit her ass on the way out. She started crying again, pleading me to let her stay.
No,
I told her to get out. She said she'll be staying at her parents'. Please call her to talk. Fat chance. James called and said Stephen called and said, God damn it. James called and said Steve and Jesse were home. Right. We were welcome to come by, but Steve wanted to know what was up. James told him we'll talk when we get there. James' son is older, so I told my boys to get ready. They're spending the evening at James's house with his kids. They asked where Mom was. I told her she went to her parents. We're having some problems, so we're separating. We'll talk more later. Now they had to get ready.
Good, tell them.
I wanted to really think about what to tell the kids, so I put it off that we needed the conversation that we needed to have. They didn't ask about their mother again in the car. I picked up James and dropped the kids off. When we got to Steve's, Jessie was nervous, but it didn't look like she'd been warned by Fran or Liv that they were onto them. Jessie and Steve sat on the couch, and James and I sat in chairs across from them. James said we had some information that Steve needs to know about. Jessie turned pale. Man, I'd love to see this whole thing
Oh
play out.
yeah. Oh, but
James said that
always-
he and I discovered that our wives have been cheating on us for years. Girls' nights were just an excuse to hook up with other men. And that's what our 3 wives have been doing. Jesse got angry and told Steve that wasn't true.
Really?
Girls' nights were just an excuse to drink and some gossip.
Live snitch on
God
all 3.
almighty, these guys know, and this third guy's wife is now denying the whole thing. It's amazing. Just some time to enjoy themselves a little bit.
So basically, here's the 3. This is the 3. I don't know the 3 Scrooges. Stooges. 3 Stooges. You have one who was insecure and was very not wanting to answer. You had another one which was ready to abandon anything at a moment's notice. And then you have Stooge number 3 who actually decided to defend herself and said, oh, that's not true. Wild.
Jessie said she's never cheated on guys.
Mm-hmm. We all know about it.
Steve asked how we knew that our wives were cheating. I said that both my wife and James' wives confessed. They also both said that Jessie was cheating too. Jessie again stated that she would never cheat on Steve.
Really?
She didn't know what Fran and Liv did after she left, but she's not been with another man since she met Steve. She has no interest in any other man. Okay, we've been down through this whole song and dance early in the day with our guy here telling the story. Let's just see how this plays out.
Let's get
It's very alone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She just told him that she's been always been faithful. She and Steve were not the kind of people who snooped through each other's phones. She said she's never cheated, and that's that. She and Steve have always taken each other's word for everything. It was very painful, and Steve was doubting her now. I told you about this gal's named Jessica. Steve said to give him her phone.
God dang it, bro! Of course it went a lag.
Jesse got angry. Doesn't he trust her? If he didn't trust her, that was his problem.
At the end of the day, y'all are married. So, y'all shouldn't have a problem exchanging phones. If you're married and your spouse, regardless of guy or girl, it has a problem when you look it through their phones, again, it should be automatic human instinct that they're cheating.
So he's the bad guy now. She didn't have to prove anything to him. Loving husbands trust their wives. They don't investigate their wives.
Divorce. Get out the door.
Steve said, give me your phone or pack up and leave. She was making too big a deal of this. She was acting too guilty. What did she have to hide? Jessie said her phone was dead. She needed to put it in the charger. What is it with these women in these stories? Oh, the phone's dead. You can't see it. I gotta put it in the charger.
Yeah. We know your phone's still on.
He could look at it after it's charged. But him demanding to see the phone didn't speak well about him or how he feels about Jessie. His demanding her phone wasn't good for their marriage. Steve had real trust issues. So she's basically making Steve out to be the bad guy. You're crazy. You're paranoid.
Exactly.
I think I would do such a thing to you.
Common human cheating strategy.
Steve's conversation with his wife about her phone was the same as my Hobag handbook. Except the girl's version of the Hobag handbook. Steve told her to get her phone. A bad idea. I jumped up and said, I'll get it. Angry, Jessie said I wasn't to touch her phone. She got up after it was charged. She'll go put on the charger. She got up. Steve realized what she'd be doing before giving him the phone, and now got her phone. The lock screen showed Jessie's phone was almost fully charged. Amazing! It must have charged up that quickly in the time you got.
One singular second went by, now your phone is perfectly charged. Beautiful.
Off the couch to go get it. Remember, this is Miss My Phone is Dead. I gave it to Steve. Steve told Jessie to open it up. She said, again, that Steve's suspicions was ruining their marriage. She didn't realize how insecure and controlling he was.
And look, they're already using the bigot words. They're already using the hot words. It happens every time. Oh my gosh.
Steve said, open the phone. Jessie opened the phone and started crying. And that, gentlemen,
it's like cool.
Is where we're going to leave things off right now.
Oh my gosh. Now, I do not have enough time to cover part 2. Because it took way longer because I talked too much. But, oh my gosh, bro. It's like they literally all just follow the same code. It's like they're all programmed to be the same way. It's absolutely insane, bro. But, again, that's how we're going to leave part 1 off for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. And hopefully, I'll be able to make a part 2. So, peace.